Vision 2030, Kenya's blueprint for social and economic development agenda, underscores the importance of science and technology in propelling the country to a prosperous, food and nutritionally secure nation.
If you look at the Vision 2030, under the three pillars, the economic, social and political pillar, the economic way we would like to grow at the rate of 10% per annum in a sustainable manner by 2030. But the enabler, one of the enablers and the foundation of the Vision 2030 is science, technology and innovation.
Faced with climate change, shrinking land resources and soil degradation, Kenya has realized that the agricultural sector will need to use the best of the old, but especially the use of newest technologies available in order to meet the demands in adequate food for an ever-increasing population.
In 2050, the population is going to double in Africa. Our soils are heavily degraded, of course, because they have been overused over time. Look at our agriculture. It is largely rain-fed, especially the sub-Saharan Africa. Look at the impact of droughts. Now, seriously, do we expect to feed the population by depending on traditional methods of farming? It's not possible.
It is in that rationale that Kenya has singled out modern biotechnology as one of the pillars for increasing food production.
It is worth noting that biotechnology has become an indispensable tool in addressing crop production constraints, including drought, pests, and diseases, as demonstrated by the rapid increase in the world adoption of GM crops since 1996.
By averting food losses due to insect, pests, and diseases, modern biotechnology has proven to be a key ingredient to food security. Indeed, biotechnology has enabled farmers around the world, most of them small-scale, to increase their yields and gain more income. The technology has been credited with protecting biodiversity and has positively impacted the environmental degradation by reducing the need for external inputs such as pesticides.
Biotechnology has been a science that has emerged since 1996 as a key area of development, scientific development, especially contributing to a knowledge gap that existed in the area of health, agriculture, industrial development, and also in environmental management.
Kenya has initiated numerous biotechnology-related projects both in crops and livestock. The Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Institute, KARLO, formerly known as the Kenya Agricultural Research Institute, KARI, is the country's premier research institution at the forefront of biotech research.
The mandate of the Kenya Agriculture Research Institute, KARI, is to undertake agriculture research by developing appropriate technologies that we transfer to farmers.
KALRO is well-resourced in both human and infrastructural capacity to carry out research on genetically engineered crop varieties.
In the last almost more than a decade now, there has been tremendous development in terms of capacity. In KARI alone, we have close to 30 scientists, 30, who are working on biotechnology. And out of those 30, 10 are at least PhD level. The other 20, all of them are masters, and we have a few BScs.
As of 2014, the country has been working on 8 genetically engineered crops. These crops include maize, cotton, cassava, sweet potato, pigeon pea, sorghum, and gypsophilia flowers. These crops are being improved to acquire useful characteristics ranging from insect disease and resistance, enhanced nutritional value, or to yield harvests in harsh climatic conditions, especially in the arid and semi-arid regions of the country.
As we talk today, we have carried out numerous trials in several sites in the coastal province in Mtwapa, in the eastern province at Kiboko, and in western Kenya, Arupe, central Kenya at Mwea and at Vika. So we have had widespread trials.
The work at KARLO is already showing promising results. For example, research on BT cotton that is resistant to the bollworm, one of the major cotton pests, which has been ongoing for the last 10 years, is now nearing commercialization.
We have been researching with the BT cotton. We have tested for 5 seasons. In total, we have done research with this cotton for 10 years. And in the process of doing the research, we have generated adequate data that shows that this cotton is appropriate for production in Kenya.
Another project with promising results is the Water Efficient Maize for Africa, WEMA, which is scheduled to deliver the first biotech drought-tolerant and insect-resistant maize in Africa in 2017. The project has already released conventionally developed maize seeds, popularly known as drought tego. Tego, as popularly called by farmers, is a fast-maturing and drought-resistant product which has been happily adopted by farmers in Embu, Meru, Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Tharaka Nithi and parts of Western Kenya.
The project is a very exciting project, which aims to develop drought-tolerant and insect pest-protected hybrid maize for African farmers. If it's successful, then we should start requesting to NBA to allow us to move from confinement, because currently we are confining that trial. By 2015, we are hoping that we could get to the level of testing them on farmers' field, but outside confinement by 2015.
We, as the Premier Research Institute, we are involved in field testing. We are also involved in local germplasm screening, and we are also involved in seed multiplication and seed distribution. WEMA project is now in phase 2, where we are talking about deployment of products to farmers. And our results, which I will call provisional, they are indicating that we are generating materials that is showing much more resistance to the borers compared to the local checks.
In addition to Carlos' efforts, Kenyan universities and other international research centers located in various parts of the country are leading the development of other genetically engineered crops aimed at addressing nutritional and food security needs. Kenya's public universities have also made substantial contribution to the development of genetically engineered crops. The University of Nairobi, for example, established the Center for Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, a virtual research center that trains postgraduate students at MSc and PhD levels in biotechnology and bioinformatics. The center has 59 biotechnology experts with 48 PhD and 11 MSc holders respectively. Kenyatta University also has an excellent plant transformation facility with a biosafety level 2 greenhouse where various research activities are ongoing. These include weevil-resistant sweet potato, insect-resistant pigeon pea, and the much-anticipated drought-tolerant maize under Gemadot project.
So we trained 4 PhD students who are about to graduate, and each one of those students was developing genetically engineered maize for drought tolerance using their own technology, and using their own germplasm. So I must say these students came from 4 countries in Eastern and Central Africa.
Kenya is also home to key international research institutions such as the Biosciences Eastern and Central Africa, Beka ILRI Hub, an initiative of the Africa Union New Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD.
The mission of Beka is really to use the biosciences to support agricultural productivity in sub-Saharan Africa. And we do that through research, capacity building, technology, platform development and application, networking, and also product development. We target individuals and also target institutions, and we work on priorities that align with their national mandate. And in doing so, we ensure that the research programs or the new knowledge that's acquired through the capacity building activities will be integrated at the country level, not only to do more in terms of research, but also understanding the issues in biotechnology so that they can have very informed decisions when it comes to regulation.
With these numerous ongoing efforts to develop genetically engineered crops in the country, it becomes imperative that safety is ensured. The National Biosafety Authority, in accordance with the Biosafety Act 2009, is the body mandated to ensure responsible use of GE technology.
Our focus is on safety, safety across the board, animal and human health safety, and environmental safety. So the process that's envisaged in the Act is that we receive an application from a potential researcher or a developer. Now that application, once it is received, is reviewed at NBA, and the review process involves a scientific process, which is basically fairly transparent, involving sound science, to ensure that we screen for safety.
The authority works hand in hand with other regulatory agencies such as the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, Directorate of Veterinary Services, Department of Public Health, Kenya Bureau of Standards, National Environmental Management Authority, Kenya Wildlife Services, Kenya Industrial Property Institute, and Pesticide Control Products Board.
The National Plant Protection Organization, but we also participate as a regulatory agency together with the National Biosafety Authority. We have two members of staff who are in charge of the molecular lab, because we have a lab which is dedicated only for GMO analysis, which we call the molecular lab. However, we have another set of about 5 scientists who work with molecular laboratory, but dedicated to pest detection. The two labs have almost similar equipment. It is just the allocation of duties. We allocate one lab to do GMO testing, but the other molecular lab, which does pathological or diagnosis work, can also do tests on GMO.
However, the country's ability to tap opportunities offered by the technology, especially genetic engineering, has for long been undermined by limited understanding by the public about what genetic engineering involves. As a result, the government has initiated a public participation mechanism to promote understanding of the potential of biotechnology and to ensure broad public awareness, dialogue, and debate on its current and potential future applications. The National Biotechnology Awareness Strategy, BioAware, hosted by National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, NACOSTI, is a government initiative aimed at empowering the Kenyan public to make informed decisions on the use of biotechnology and its products through a participatory awareness creation process involving a wide range of stakeholders.
We've got the Secretariat of BioAware here, which is a tool that does more of awareness to inform all the players, all the stakeholders, the policymakers, the society, the academias, and the industry as well, the importance of the modern biotechnology, including the issues of the GMOs that has really been discussed in this country. So what NACOSTI does, we have various forums, we have roundtable discussions, we do put a lot of advocacy on our website. We also have forums during the Science, Technology, Innovation Week again, and we participate in partnership with various institutions such as ISA, for example, and we work very closely with them.
In addition, there are several other private initiatives by NGOs, such as the International Service for the Acquisition of Agri-Biotech Applications, the African Biotechnology Stakeholders Forum, the African Agricultural Technology Foundation, Africa Harvest Biotechnology Foundation International, and the Center for Bioinformatics and Biotechnologies at the University of Nairobi.
OFAB, which is in full open forum on agricultural biotechnology, is a platform of various stakeholders in each country where we have the chapters operating, ranging from policymakers, consumers, to farmers, to scientists, and they discuss open and frankly on agricultural biotechnology in respect of agricultural development, so that when decisions made are made from an informed position rather than myths and fears.
So far, The government of Kenya has portrayed considerable goodwill and commitment to developing and advancing the use of modern biotechnology.
The agriculture that will get Africa food sufficient and pull Africa out of hunger and use agriculture as a driver for economic growth is agriculture that is modern, that uses biotechnology, that is driven by research, science, and technology. Unless we are careful, we are most likely to lock out millions of young people and women from contributing their talent, their energy, their expertise in driving agricultural growth in our continent.